Jai Hind friends, these are extremely exciting times in which we Hindus are living in our country. The Hindutva movement is gaining strength every second of the day. More and more people who was sitting on the fence until recently are now convinced about the genuineness and the historical need for the Hindutva movement in this country. This is the only movement which can save our nation and ensure that we Hindus are able to live in security and with our heads held up. Friends, given this kind of a background, this kind of situation, there are certain matters, so-called Sadgurus, who are entering the picture, who are getting the television guys, anchors to speak to them, interview them. And they are giving us gyan, telling us to reconcile and telling us not to reclaim Kashi Vishwanath temple, not to reclaim the temple at Mathura and so many other thousands of Hindu temples which were razed and destroyed by the Mughal invaders just to humiliate we Hindus. And here is this person called Jaggi Vasudev who comes and tells us, forget everything. How long are you going to go back into the past? Look forward to the future. I would like to tell this guy just to shut up. He is the same man who some months back had made extremely provocative, extremely dangerous statements linking Yashoda and Lord Krishna. It was such a ghatiya, third-rate statement which this man made. Anybody even with a modicum of knowledge about Hindu philosophy, Hindu spirituality would not have made this kind of a statement. But this guy thinks he's a smart ass. He can say anything and then get away with it. This is not on. I would like to tell Jaggi, this is just not on. You are trolled pathetically, miserably. You were trolled earlier kind of thing, and the same thing will happen again if you don't shut up and keep your blessed opinions to yourself. We Hindus have been most tolerant. That is the reason, instead of destroying the mosque, we are fighting in the courts, whether it is Ram Janam Bhoomi, whether it is now Kashi Vishwanath or Mathura for that matter. With tremendous patience. With tremendous patience we are fighting for this thing, and here is this man comes in his Fab India clothes and giving us gyan advice and telling us not to claim these things. It is precisely the so-called Hindu leaders like him. By the way, I wonder whether this man is a really Hindu leader. I had never heard him chant any Sanskrit sloka, Sanskrit prayer, nothing whatsoever. He speaks English with an American accent just to impress his audience. He goes about here and there, talk very superficial thing, absolutely no depth whatsoever. Compared to other spiritual leaders whom we have had in our country, this man is nothing. But he is extremely good at marketing. He has got a very powerful marketing team. And he is exploiting the position which is now enjoying to run down Hindus and Hinduism. This is a very subtle campaign. But we Hindus cannot be fooled so easily. We have seen through your game, Mr. Jaggi, and we will not let you have your way. Please try to get it right. We Hindus are determined to build temples in Kashi, Mathura. Not only that, the thousands of other temples which were raised by the Mughals and other Islamic invaders, we will build temples in each and every one of them. Whatever be the price, we have to fight for it. We will do that. Because if a community lives with the humiliation of the past, that community is condemned. That community has no future whatsoever. So I would like to appeal to these guys to just shut up and mind their business, and then tell the people, Jaggi for the example, he should tell as to how his wife died in the most mysterious circumstances. These are the questions in the minds of people. Instead of doing those things, he is giving us some kind of opinion about Kashi Vishwanath and all those things. Hindus will not tolerate this nonsense anymore. I would like to tell him that we will not tolerate this kind of nonsense anymore. We are now a realized community now. There is so much of awakening, so much of Hindutva, the air is completely permeated with the feelings and Hindutva consciousness that nobody will tolerate this kind of thing. Thanks for watching, friends. Jai Hind.